Okay. So that's pen tool. That's a lot. Pen tool's a lot. But highly recommend. Just play with it. Just try things out. You can always press Ctrl Z if you mess something up. Always press Escape if you accidentally pull up the perspective grid. The perspective grid will come up at some point, and just press Escape. It's okay. Okay, so the next thing I said I was going to do was the shape builder tool. So let's go back to basics a little bit here. Pen tool's a little scary. Back to basics. We're going to go L for the ellipse tool, like last time, like our snowman. We're going to press Alt, Shift, click, hold, and now there's our nice perfect circle. I'm going to get rid of the stroke by clicking this black box and then clicking this red line, and then there's no more stroke. And let's say I want to make, I made a moon with my friend the other day. I gotta choose. Okay, let's make a house. Okay, we're gonna combine two shapes. So go back to M, which is our rectangular marquee tool, shape tool, and we're gonna make a square that's bigger than this circle. So I'm gonna make the circle a little bit smaller. Go back to M, go in the center, wait for that word center to show up, and then press Alt Shift, and we're gonna create a square around it, okay? And I'm gonna raise it up a little bit. I wanna be able to see the circle, so we're gonna change the house color a bit. And I'm speeding through this. Feel free to, yeah, that way you can go back and forth how you want to. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cute. So this is going to be our house base, this square. And this circle is going to be our door. Right now, it doesn't look super like a house because doors are not circles. They're, at least in children's drawings, they're usually like ovals. So let's try to mimic that. I'm going to drag this down to the center. And then I'm going to go direct selection tool, click this, and drag it up, basically until I am, or we're just gonna, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then I always want to make sure that this center point of the oval, of the ellipse, is also in the center point of the square, okay? And now we have a door shape, kind of. If it feels a little too ovally to you, again, you can totally change the shape of it, but we have it. They're overlapped, okay? Shape builder tool is Shift M, okay? And then this is Shift M, but you have to select things first. Otherwise, there's that little no-go symbol. So select both of those objects, press Shift M, and then a much happier symbol will show up. And it's basically the direct selection tool with a little plus sign. And then when you hover over the shapes, you see it kind of separates them. It grays out what you're hovering over. So we want, in order for this to be a house, we want to get rid of the bottom. And you can, if you use your hand and physically cover the things, then it's easier to see. That's what I do actually, is I just cover up to see if it even works. And so I'm pretty happy with that. So we're gonna hover over this little tongue-shaped thing here, the rest of the oval. We're gonna click it. And sometimes it changes color, sometimes it doesn't, depending on what you're working with. So click that, and then this is a step-by-step process. Click that, click V, click off of the object, so outside of this blue box, and then stay on V and click the shape that you just selected with Shape Builder tool, and then press delete. And then now we have this. Okay, we're gonna do that again, just real quick, so we can walk through that, okay? Select all items, select both. It's actually just 2 items that you want to play with Shape Builder. So select your 2 items with either click, shift, click, or make a box. And then Shift M for Shape Builder. And then select what you don't want. Okay, press V, click off, click the item that you just clicked with Shift M, click the item you don't want, and then delete it. And bam, we have a house. Boom. House isn't completely done yet, obviously. Let's make some windows with just like the square tool. And let's say, I mean, you can't really see that, right? So let's change the color of it. I want the same color as the door, just so it's cute. So the way I did that was I select the square that I want to change the color of, and then I click I for eyedropper tool and click the color that I want. This even works on non-objects, so it works on just the white of the canvas, it works on the gray of the Illustrator background, but I want the color of the door, so we're going to do that. And now I can see it. And then if I want another window, Crtl C, Crtl Shift V, click Shift, move so it's in a perfectly straight line, and boom, done. Okay. And since we know how to make a triangle now, we're gonna click, we're gonna go to the rectangle tool, hold it down, go down to polygon tool, click, make sure it's 3, and nice. You know where this can go? We want to move this whole thing to our snowman drawing. Okay, so let's make a box around the whole thing, or you can select each item and then press Crtl G. And now this is all one group. It's not all one object, but it's all one group. And if you want to manipulate an individual object within the group, double click on that object and isolation mode will come up. So that's how you know that's happening, because everything else will be grayed out and this will show up, this layer 1 group. So now I can just manipulate the door without manipulating the rest of the group, or manipulate the window without manipulating the rest of the group. And the way to get out of isolation mode, you can either press escape, or you can double click or just click off of the group that you're using. So I usually press escape. But now we can move this whole group, this whole house, back here to our artboard 1. And this snowman looks ginormous right now, so we're gonna move it back behind the snowman so there's like a depth of field kind of thing going. And the way to do that is you press Control, actually make sure I'm in the right way. Okay, press Control and then the open bracket button on your keyboard. Control back, and you might just have to hold it down until it disappears. Another way to do that is, because like I said, there's a lot of different ways to do things. To rearrange things, you can go to, sorry, this one off. Click on the object and then you right click on it and then you go arrange and then it's all here. So you can send it to back. That's a little scary though, because then you might lose track of it. You can go arrange and then just click send backward until it is where you want it to be. But I find that a little inefficient, so that's why I do the Control open bracket. Okay. Okay. So now we have a house hiding behind a snowman, just like how I always imagined it. Okay, that's Shape Builder tool. Basically, Shape Builder tool is super, super useful because it allows you to create the silhouette of shapes how you want to. It's like the combination of pen tool and the shape tools because it allows the perfect geometric proportions while also having control over how more control over how things look. So like the moon that I made with my friend the other day, we literally just made 2 circles of the same size, overlapped them like a Venn diagram, a pretty thicky Venn diagram, and then selected both of them, press Shift M, select what we didn't want, select what we didn't want again with the move tool or the selection tool, delete that, and now we have 2 moons. Boom. All right, so it's super easy because then this way you don't have to construct a moon by yourself with the pen tool because that would be it just takes so much more time like that. And then it's not always how you want it to look. If you want those perfect geometric proportions, it's much easier with the shape builder tool. Okay. Now, let's see how I don't actually know how I'm doing on time here. So let's just go into the text tool. Actually, well, this went a little long. I'm gonna end it here and then we're gonna go over the text tool in the next video. But yeah, I will see you then. Shouldn't be too long. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.